obviously getting into it, talking about what we're going to talk about, and
okay.
Tunes are sounding sick so far. We got the top 5.
Thank you, and everyone out there. So, what made you get into music? Let's start like that.
Right. I've always been into music.
Okay.
Right. Literally since I was a kid. You know when you're just literally born with
rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I weren't born with rhythm. I've got 2 left feet. But
okay.
But I was definitely born like wanting to do music, and then I grew up with an older brother and older sister. Always like listening to, you know, like my sister's 10 years older than me. My brother's 5 years older. So it was 90s. I was listening to all the hip hop vibes.
Okay.
Like they brought me up on that music, and I was just like, yeah. I would be like a little kid trying to rap all Lil Kim and Biggie Smalls.
Oh
and
my
all
god.
this. Yeah, seriously.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, bad. My mum was bad. What you do? Let me listen to them tunes. But yeah. So that's really. I just loved the vibe and the rhythm and everything like that, and that's what I wanted to do. I didn't know how or what. I just, you know.
You knew that was your path.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
So why that particular genre of music for you?
Because I've always loved poetry as well. So when I was a kid, it was like my mum would just read me poetry books. Like,
okay.
you know, when you're a youth, and then obviously, you know, your mums would like read you a bedtime story. It would always be like poetry or something like that.
Okay.
So obviously, it was the rhyming schemes and things like this, and obviously the music I was listening to. So yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. At one point, I did want to be in a band.
Okay.
Yeah, and sing, but then I realised that I ain't got the lungs for it. So
okay.
Rapping is the easiest thing for me.
Well, go a bit deeper into that. What kind of... Did you start a band?
To be fair, I don't even want to say. I did start a band. I started a band with like one of my friends when we was kids. We must have been like 8 years old. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. No, we used to like cover Eminem songs. Like,
Okay.
but she used to play the guitar.
Yeah.
We thought we were sick, but we weren't.
Oh, right.
It was one of them. Yeah, one of them.
Wow. Do you have any videos of that?
No, thank God.
Imagine if you
Thank God. And if my mum has, like, jeez, I don't want to see them.
Oh, dear. So. Okay, so being a female in the business, how is that for you?
To be fair, I find it... I know a lot of people try and put males and females very separate.
Yeah.
For me,
okay,
I find it works in my favour because for example, now, like, this year I've got a lot of festivals booked up, and when you see the lineups, there's a lot of male rappers, MCs, DJs, and even dancers and things like that.
Yeah.
So when someone's like, oh, you're a female that MCs, and yeah, you sing a little bit on the hooks, and you know, you spit grime or you do garage or hip hop, and they're like, yeah, we ain't used to that, so we want to stick you in the lineup. I think for me it works in my favour all the time. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So when you say it works in your favour, like, have you ever had to overcome negativity or anything like that as an artist, I suppose?
Obviously, like working with, in the type of genre of music that I do, it is male dominated.
Yeah.
So, I've been to, like, for example, like, when I used to do a lot of grime music, because grime is how I actually started originally.
Okay.
So, when I used to do a lot of grime music, I'd go to the grime sets in Nottingham and things like that, with, like, LJ and Cryptic, so big up those guys. But, like, they're pretty well known, and it would be like, you'd have like 3 females in a room full of like 30 men.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they wouldn't pass you the mic. You have to like try and snatch the mic off them to try and like even drop like 2 bars.
Okay.
And even then, when you've got the mic, they try and spit over you. So yeah, that kind of thing is. It's not right, guys. Stop that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So, for those who don't know what grime is, let them know what grime is. Because, you know what, people see this as a reggae show, but it's nice to have different selections. So tell people what grime is.
Okay, so grime music, obviously, for those who don't know, it originated in London. And it was basically I don't know, you guys like, because I ain't too deep on that reggae vibe either, so.
Okay.
But like, you guys do like kind of an offbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 and a 4, yep.
Yeah. So that's how it kind of started. It would be like speeding up hip hop.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So it would be like 140 BPM. So usually you have about 80. Would like, you know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird though, because with grime, it's the same speed as drum and bass. It's quite strange if you're going into the technicalities of it. But so grime's just kind of, it's raw. The lyrics are all like real, just
everyday stuff.
Yeah, just like straight, ragged, raw stuff that you might not necessarily. Well, it's not airy fairy. Let's just say that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It ain't. Yeah, it's just straight about it, really.
Okay. So when you're doing your lyrics and your songs, how do you go about it? What do you do or to prepare for a song or a lyric? Or beats or bars?
Yeah, see, it's crazy because obviously I studied music. I studied music for like 3 years, no, 4 years. Even writing and reading music and stuff like that, but. I used to think like, right, so I want to do a hook on this tune. I want 8 bars.
Yeah.
I want a verse, 16 bars, and I'd kind of write it like it was very rigid and regimented. And now I'm like, I'll just start freestyling something, and if it's good, I'll carry it on. And by the end of it, I've got 64 bars, and I need to cut it up into verses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's basically, yeah. I don't really have a structure now.
So you just freestyle?
Yeah, mostly freestyle and just hope for the best. If it's whack, then delete it, you know.
And how do you determine that? Because your whack might be somebody else's great, so how do you go about it? Because we are our own worst critic, aren't we?
Yeah, no, that's true, for real. I think, okay, for me, a hook has got to be catchy.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and it's got to be relatable. With the bars... I like to just, you know, either get real fast with it, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Or slow it down and have like a vibe and like melodic.
People, she's moving her hands, you can't see, but...
Yeah, melodic. I'm on those up and down waves, right?
Okay. So we're going to hear some of that later, innit, from you?
Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to freestyle though, because I had a couple tracks I wanted to drop for you, and... literally, I can't find the instrumental, so it's my bad. I was in a rush, but yeah, apologies.
So good. As long as we hear a little bit from you, it's alright.
It's alright.
So, for young people out there listening in, what would you say to them who want to get involved in either music, bars, anything like that? What would you say?
I would say to them, do you know what? Just the best thing to do, if that's what you want to do, if you want to go into music, because I know a lot of youngers, they relate to it, so that's what's appealing to them.
Yeah.
Is just be you, write something that is relatable. Don't write it just because it relates to people. Write it because you're passionate about it.
Yeah.
But obviously, don't just pick a subject like that's no one can even, you know, that's
Relate
never
to.
happened to them. Yeah. Like that's why so many songs are about love. You see, because everyone can relate to that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the #1 universal language is love, so that's why everyone's on that vibe. But yeah, I think for the youngers, just do what you're doing, and also read some poetry, because that's how you will get your rhythmical syllables all flowing. Trust me.
Okay. Any particular ones?
No.
Top of your head?
Not the ones that I'm into, because I like John Cooper Clarke, and I don't know if you've heard of him. He swears a lot,
Okay.
but. The way he says it, because obviously he does spoken word.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's rapping. So
Okay.
yeah. But Doc Brown, if you're younger,
He's funny.
check him out. I went to see him live. He was so funny. He was sick. But yeah, he's good. He's good.
Okay. So, when you're out there, you're on stage, how does that feel? Do you ever get nervous when you're performing?
Do you
Because
know
sometimes you don't even look nervous. You're just like, blah, 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 blah.
Like literally, people think that, but if I go for like quite a long time without performing, I'm like, oh man, I'm like, yeah, like it's been too long. Like, what if I forget my bars? Like, it literally always goes through my head. There's loads of times where I mess up because I get nervous.
Okay.
And then I just start it out. It's like, you know when you almost trip over, but you, yeah.
And then you look at
yeah,
you
yeah, you didn't see me. Like,
Yeah.
that's basically it. So, yeah. I do get nervous, though. I still get nervous.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
How do you overcome them?
Basically, I think, you know what it is? Say if I'm performing a set and it's like 30 minutes long, like
Yeah.
the first tune, I'll be a bit like, oh, and I might mess up my bars or something. But then by the next tune,
You're in the flow.
I'm into it. Yeah, I'm in the flow. Like, otherwise, yeah, I do. If it's been a long time, then yeah, the nerves kick in a little bit. So
Okay,
yeah.
so what do you think about Coventry's scene of rapping, grime, that sort of thing?
Yeah, do you know what? Coventry's actually big up Coventry right now because there's a lot of people putting themselves on the map.
Yeah.
J1, for example, just got on BBC One Extra. I think he's headlining at the Empire.
Yeah.
Everything's happened so rapidly for him. Yeah, to be fair, there's a lot of people, like, I like my DJ, so I like DJKat. I've got to big up K-Dubs all day. I reckon he's the sickest DJ in Cov, but then you've got MCs like Toddler.
Yeah.
Big up Toddler anyway, it's his birthday today, so happy birthday. Drum and Bass MC, got a Drum and Bass Awards, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
First from Cov, so it's crazy. But then also you've got the olders doing it, so you've got like 91dB, you've got Neville Staples Band,
Yeah.
like, do you know what I mean? It's, the music in Coventry right now is, the urban genres are killing it. I don't know so much about the rock because I ain't listening to that, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So, what do you think people don't really know about Coventry artists as much? Why do you think that is? Or do you think they do know about Coventry artists?
Do you know what I'll say? The thing is, a lot of Coventry artists, to begin with, try and compare our city to London.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you agree with me, but in the urban scene you do, because obviously that's where that music originated. So you try and compare it, and you can't really compare it because London's massive.
And it's London.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you know, it's, yeah,
Yeah.
it's London basically. But we're in the middle, so I think we're actually blessed, and people need to realise that.
Okay.
We can push our sounds outwards,
Yeah.
yeah, and affect the rest of the country. London's got to travel up to us, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You can meet me here, but, you know, we're coming down there too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True, true. And also, I've got to big up Scatter and Wizzy. They're doing their thing as well. I've seen them
little Wizzy.
doing their thing, and then
Yeah.
obviously, what's his name? Afro Josh. He put out a new song.
Yeah,
It's
so
not necessarily like.
I haven't
grime,
heard
but-
his new tune, and I've seen something on Insta about has he changed his name? Or
Yeah,
he's
Joshua
lost.
now.
Is it just Joshua?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a nice little vibe to his song. Lost, it's called. It's good. So I have
Yeah.
to big him up as well.
I need to
definitely.
check that then. Yeah, I need to check that.
So, if people want to link you up, what can they do? Where can they link you?
So I've recently just got active again on the Facebook. Recently, after about 5 years. No, to be honest, I didn't go on my Facebook page for time, so I've just managed to bump that back up to like just over 1,000 followers again. So
Okay.
thank you everyone for that. Got my Instagram at Feisty like me. SoundCloud is going to get revamped. That's Feisty Official. Feisty Official on Twitter, and Feisty Artist. Do you know what? I need to link all these the same, don't I?
Yeah,
Really,
you do.
because they're just all a bit
Confusing.
Just search Feisty and it's FEI to the STY, and you know you'll find me. There we go.
So, any events you've got coming up where people can
Yes. So big ups everyone because it's International Women's Week, obviously. Well, they're classing it as a month now. But I've got an event tomorrow night, which is down at the Tin in Coventry. So that is the Canal Basin Coal Vaults, and that is starting at 5:30 till 8.
Okay.
Let me get this flyer up quickly because I'm not very.
Can't
good.
remember it.
No, I'm not.
It's tomorrow, people.
Yeah, it's tomorrow, and basically, what it is, it's celebrating obviously women in Coventry, but we're also highlighting the after effects of domestic violence.
Okay.
Because obviously that is something that is very, very important. It's something that does go on. Obviously not just with women either.
Okay, yeah.
It does happen to men.
Yep.
So yeah, so what we're doing with that, we've basically got a group of young girls together. We've got funding from the Arts Fund, Coventry Arts Fund, and it's called Girl Code. The event is free. You just need to get a ticket on Eventbrite, which obviously I'm sure you'll plug that link anyway.
Yeah, I'll do that.
But yeah, so what it is, it's spoken word. I'll be performing. There's a couple of other performers, but it's a bit gritty. It's a bit deep. It's gonna be real. You've got 17-year-old girls standing up on stage, talking about domestic violence, what they've been through. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not proper. I don't mean it like that way. They ain't proper women yet. They ain't even hit 18 and they're going through this. So, I mean, it's some hard hitting stuff, but obviously it's
necessary.
Yeah, it is. We got to obviously highlight what's real, what's really going on. So, I mean, it's going to be a good event. We are going to lighten it up. It's not all dark and gloomy. So yeah, I mean, you can come along to that. That is free. That's 5:30 till 8. But yeah, it should be good. We've got Amy True performing. She's a singer from London. We've got Naya. He's a rapper from Coventry, and like I say, a spoken word artist. There's a few to mention.
Yeah.
There's too many to mention, to be fair on that. And then myself, Feisty. So
okay.
Yeah.
And you mentioned some festivals. Are they finalised?
Yeah. So I am at Shoot Festival.
Okay.
Which is, it's the Ball Yard in town. So do you know between the Lytton Tree and the Yard?
Yeah.
What they're gonna do? That's next month. Is it's gonna be a marquee. It's gonna be kind of retro. The vibes inside the marquee is gonna be like all plants and sofas and old TVs and stuff.
Okay.
So on the screens of the old TVs, you're gonna see my face.
Okay. That's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, love it. Yeah, I'll be performing there and basically headlining that, and then got Crick Music Festival coming up, and I think that's July time. I think there's Positive Images Festival, which is all around Coventry City Centre, with the Cov City of Culture. Literally, do you know what? Just go follow me, and you'll see all the dates. I've got about 7 festivals lined up so far, but yeah.
Okay. So it's a busy time for you.
It is. I'm really ill, actually. If people can't tell, I don't usually sound like this. But
she
yeah.
does, everybody. She does.
No, I literally like. But yeah, I'm performing as well in Leamington on Sunday. Let me see what this is called. I can't. No, I'm not with it.
That's terrible, man.
It is. It's
this
really
week.
bad.
You know that, innit?
Yeah. Okay. So it is called Tucked in the Nook, and it's at the Temperance Basement, and it starts at 3 p.m. And that's family friendly as well. There's no alcohol. It's just tea and coffee. We are jamming in a basement, literally, with cakes, music.
It's pretty cool.
Sounds like a good Sunday to me. So yeah, that's in Leamington. So holler obviously on the Facebook and whatnot if you want to come down to that. That's all free. Do you know what? There's too much. We'll just plug it on the socials. So like I say, just get me on the socials. Feisty like me on the Insta. Feisty on the Facebook. Twitter at Feisty Official.
Okay.
And there you go. Maybe don't follow me on Snapchat because you never know what's on there.
Oh dear. Okay, so are you ready to do a little freestyle for us?
Right.
I'm gonna let your rhythm play first, so you can get yourself ready, and then
alright, we'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay.
I won't let you drag me down. I won't let you drag me down. I write rhymes to organize my mind.